Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel and F in chat. F in chat for these people. Unfortunately, when you're playing Blitz, sometimes everything doesn't go your way. People often pray, or not pray, but they hope for a higher damage game. Now, me myself, I've never hit 8k, just under 8k, like 7,930, something like that. But it was very close to 8k. Nowadays, obviously, a lot of people are hitting 8k plus, but not always it goes your way. Sometimes people that end with 8,000 damage is disappointed because some things doesn't go their way, or they could have got even more damage than they already have. So this video, we've got two replays, and they are very, very unfortunate. They are very high damage games that could have been even higher if they just had more time, or if they just had a little bit of help from their team, or they had more hit points. So the first up, we have an E4 here. I'm not a lover of the E4 now, because why would you play an E4 when you can just play an E3? Yes, the E3 doesn't have a turret, but it's still super strong. However, the E4 is still okay, but for me, there's just too many weak points of the tank. So Hello Kitty, the Hello Kitty, I love what he's done here, because I think it's a he, because he spotted the T22 from behind, and he's the only person that has spotted the T22. Now, a lot of people would probably ignore the T22, especially if you're in a slow tank and you've got targets in front of you. But no, not our E4 here. He spotted the danger, and he needs to go and clear the danger. Now, when you are on your own effectively against a 3,500 DPM tank, it's not easy. However, he does get a bounce, and he does get a nice shot, and he's now going to clear this guy. So he doesn't lose too many hit points, to be honest. He's bounced 1,200 damage, but the problem with coming to the T22 on your own is, whilst he's been dealing with the T22, he's left his team, and look at the hit points. The hit points just vanished. So it's very unfortunate that no one else was here to take cover of or to help with the T22. But he did right. He did absolutely right. If he would have ignored the T22, the T22 would have just farmed damage from behind. So nevertheless, it was a fantastic play there, and not many people would turn around, especially in a slow tank, would turn around and go for that T22. However, he is now back into the action. He's got a nice HE shot there into the waffle, gets a beautiful bounce, and he is going to reload before the waffle is reloaded, and he does clear him for his third kill. So 4.6k damage, 2,000 block damage, and it is now a 2 versus 3. He has to be careful because there is the E100 there, but he really wants to get behind and help his VK72. Now, he is going to get a nice shot into that E100, and again, he's reloading. So it's annoying when there's so many tanks around, and because you're on a long reload, you just have to watch your partner's hit points vanish. So he has now again reloaded, but unfortunately, by the time he gets there, the VK72 has lost a lot of hit points, and now he's dead, and he finds himself on his own. Now, he came to help him. But by the time he got there, he's dead, and now he can't even run away because he's such a slow tank. However, he's still going to put up a really, really good fight. He's now on 7k damage. Of course, he wants to clear the grill because he can clear him with 2 shots, but unfortunately, that is a very vital miss. He misses a HE shot into that grill, which is so unfortunate, because now he has to go with whatever tank is he can go for, and he does get the shot on the E100, but he does take a nasty shot. So he is now a one shot to both of these tanks. Now, the enemy are winning on supremacy points. Again, he's trying to go for the HE, gets another nice shot into the E100, and he gets a nice bounce. God knows what this grill is actually doing, to be honest. No idea. But he's actually he's helping the E100 because he's still full hit points. I don't even know what he's doing, but nevertheless, still 8,800 damage. He still needs a few more blocks if he's gonna win this. Now he does take out the E100, and now just before he reloads his shell, the grill finally shoots, and unfortunately he loses, but still 9,321 damage. If he would have got that HE shot into that grill, that would have finished on 10,000 damage, and who knows, it could have been a win. Very, very unfortunate, but nevertheless a fantastic game. Just because you lose, it doesn't mean you haven't done all that you can. Yes, there was a miss there. It happens, but at least this player can still hold their head up high, and he done his best. Next up, we are watching the T100 and Miss Pico in the T100 light. Now, as you can see, there are a couple of T100 lights on the team, so there's plenty of DPM along with the Leopard 1. Now, straight away, the Leopard 1 decides to go left. Why go left? Why not just stick with the DPM? That's like over 10,000 DPM with these three tanks. 10,500, something like that, 10,600. They could absolutely take out this bat chat very, very quickly, in probably about 15 seconds, maybe a little bit more. If they use HE, maybe less. But unfortunately, because the Leopard 1 decides to go elsewhere, one of the T100s is going to lose quite a bit of hit points. Now, he's lost half of his hit points. At least this person, Miss Pico, is it a boy, is it a girl? I think it's a boy. I really don't know. At least they are full hit points still. But it doesn't matter because the other T100 has lost a lot of hit points, and the Leopard 1 could have stopped that. But no, the Leopard 1 himself has lost a lot of hit points, and he's about to die. Why does he do that? God knows. Why do people do that? I really don't know. Just stick with your team. And there goes the Leopard 1. So now Miss Pico has to get around the team. The T100 here is a one-shot, so of course they are going to get around him and clear him. They do take a nasty shot though. So not a nasty shot, but they lost a little bit of hit points. So now it is a 5 versus 5. There is still a lot of tanks around, and now there goes the T57 heavy. So because there's a lot of heavies, I mean, there's a lot of hit points. 2,000 damage so far from Miss Pico, and they are winning on supremacy points. Now, at this stage, they could have gone to cap base A just to put a bit of pressure on the enemy team. But of course, if they cap base A, that is another tank out of the game. So yeah, it's a 3 versus 5 at the minute, and I think at this point they kind of realize that it's not going to end well. The T100 here is a one-shot up against the 5A here. So at least Miss Pico is able to farm this this WZ5A whilst they are dealing with the other T100, and they do manage to clear him. But now it was a 1 versus 5, and now it is a 1 versus 4. 4,000 damage and 3 kills from Miss Pico. Although the T100 has one of the best, it has the best DPMs for a light in tier 10. 3,500 is very, very good. It's up there with the Russian light, medium tanks, the Object 140, even just under the Leopard 1. So one of the best DPM tanks up there, and of course it has the speed, it has that spotting mechanic. Although a 1 versus 4 against 3 heavies and a tank destroyer with a lot of armor isn't easy. It really isn't easy. So at this point, I think I don't know if they realize, I don't know if they're going to sit there. I don't think you'd ever sit there in this situation and think, do you know what? I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win this game. Most people in this situation will be like, do you know what? It's a loss anyway. I might as well just go and end the game now. But no, Miss Pico doesn't do that. They are going to fight until the very, very end. So the T57 there is now a one-shot, almost a one-shot, but he now only on 26 HP. But they've taken quite a bit of hit points from the T57. So only 752 hit points remaining. But it is now a 1 versus 3. However, the enemy do have 2 cap points. So 4,800 damage, 4 kills, 3 tanks left to go. Is this looking impossible? At this stage, you would think it's impossible with the cap points and the hit points left, the hit points you've got left as well. it's looking impossible for a win. But they're going to still fight to the very, very end. There's still 3 minutes left on the clock. All they need to do is separate all 3 tanks. If they can separate all 3 tanks, again, this has fantastic DPM. And the tanks remaining doesn't. They do have armor, but they don't have DPM. Now, Miss Pyko has realized that this VK is on his own, so may as well just try to farm him. He's in the middle, and with the mobility of the tank, they're able just to farm and circle this guy without this VK able to do a single thing. So, yeah, just farming the DPM now. If he can actually take this guy without getting shot, then who knows what could happen for the rest of the game. But if something is going to happen, they need to take the VK out very, very quickly and possibly take one of the bases, or even both of the bases. So one more shot now into the VK and just brings it down to 77 hit points, and they are able to clear him just in time for the 60 TP to become spotted. And the 60 TP just manages to miss, just misses the shot. But as you can see, the 60 TP is still full hit points. That is a lot of hit points. Miss Pyko is now on 6,900 damage, trying to run away. Of course they're going to run away, but of course as they get into this position, there is the E3, so they've taken a nasty shot there on the E3. And again, at this point, you just want to farm as much damage as you possibly can, and at least the E3 is now a one shot, does manage to take him out, but 1,000 supremacy points, and they managed to bring it down to a 1 versus 1. Very unfortunate, but they did all they can. 6 kills, and I hate to lose like that. 2,000, almost 2,600 damage, hit points still up for grabs, but unfortunately time just wasn't there. But nevertheless, a fantastic game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have you ever had an upset like this, a heartbreak like this? Yeah, it is very unfortunate. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With